Going live, waiting for it to go live. Spamming out the link, spamming out the link. When it loads. Internet in strange places is always so strange places. Sorry if you can hear me typing. If you can't, well done. Let's see what happens. Somebody gives me a notification. Oh, look at that. Got a new subscriber. Hello to new subscriber Deborah. How are you this evening? Drop in, give it a poke, say hello. Let me know how people are. This will just be a general rambly stream about the new year. What I'm going to do with it, what you might be doing with it, what everybody might be doing with it. Let me see if I can get to the right page to supply you with another link to my brand new YouTube channel, which I will be broadcasting from later this year. Will it allow me to switch without going all mad and dying and behemoths? Well, I am still live. That's a good thing. Live is a good thing. Live. No, don't bring up a bloody show me a help page for something that I didn't click on to have help with. We are here. Can we go to there? We can, and then I can copy that. Come back here. Paste my new channel. And then pin. And there's this trend. So everybody knows where I am, where I might be at any point in time. Oh, the points in time. So 2022, what's it got in store? New channel. Link is right there if you want to go poke it and subscribe to that. There will be many a talking going on that channel. Hopefully with some other people, if we can arrange that. Maybe, at some point. I see a Mr. Mathpig has subscribed to certain places. Hello, Mr. Mathpig. I saw you on the Christmas stream on Answers in Reason the other day. And found you entertaining. So if you want to come on and have a quick poke and a chat about differing views and where we come from and whatnot, then let's do that. Let's set that up for 2022. Might be the first stream collab of 2022. Wouldn't that be magical? Apart from that, I'm going to look for land. Because land is going to be proper ripe. Everybody's going to want it. So I'm going to do the looking for an unregistered bit and then going and sticking a fence up and private property signs and whatnot. And then leaving it to other people to investigate for 10 years. Then after 10 years, if that goes hunky-dory, I will own a piece of land. Hopefully in that time I'll be able to get subject planning permission upon it, raise the value by many a tens of thousands. We shall see what comes out of that. Plan is something like an allotment, but big enough where people can exchange knowledge. So if they are able to, want to, can come to the land, can give it a bit of a poke, bring it up to tip-top condition. How are we liking this camera and light setup? I feel that it highlights what it needs to highlight quite well. The image is fairly sharp. We like sharp images, even if they are only 1080. We might fiddle with that in the future. New cameras abound. And I may set up an SM57 with a thing on it. Oh. People are sharing here, there and everywhere. Where they are. Where they want to come to. Who knows? Say hello, concurrent viewer. If that concurrent viewer is not just the back end waffling about with me on it. Because it sometimes is. What else have we got going on for 2022? I'm going to insulate this room so it's more comfy to stream it. Because right now I'm wearing 2 hoodies. While it's not dramatically uncomfortable, obviously wearing one would be better. So we're going to plug up the gaps around the garage door. We're going to mend a hole back in the other roomy thing over there. Get some weather stripping, some nice insulation. See what occurs to raise the temperature. You know, besides the government. Because the government love raising the temperature on everything, but we'll leave that alone for now. Future discussions on new channel. Link is in the chat. Please click on it. Please subscribe to that channel. There may be a stream tomorrow night. Who knows? If we can figure out a few things, see where things are going and where they might head and whatnot. How many people do you have to poke before one is poked to a proclivity? Oh. Typey. We like typey. It makes pitter-patter noises. Drip, drip, drop my little showers. What song's that from? Bambi? Yeah, Bambi. Oh, contains a phrase that you can't use on the internet these days. Naughty gamer words. Well, wouldn't call them gamer words, but words that people don't really appreciate. Are we getting bogged out by other people doing fancier things, nicely edited and whatnot? Do we like pictures? Do we like video? Who wants to see me using more pictures and video? Leave your comments down below. Please click over to the other channel, which I will add to the description of this video, just to make sure it's in there. Can I do that now? Will it allow me to use buttons? Yes, grand. Many better talking. Save. Yay. There is now a link in the description as well to the new channel. Please, everybody go and subscribe to the new channel. That's where everything will be happening from now on. There may be things uploaded to this channel, but things will mainly be going down on the other channel. Squidgy waffles. I am squidgy. I waffle. Therefore, squidgy waffles. How's that? All good. So what's in store for 2022? Wow. Let me run it down. Either everything's going to end quite abruptly, in an abrupt manner, when it's abrupt, like mid-January-ish, maybe, or they're going to try and drag it out until March, because in March it comes up for another renewal, and hopefully that will be the end of it by then. So I predict mid-January for something, maybe a report on the Omi What's It. And someone will have a laugh about that. We'll see where that goes. And then, sorry about the eyes. I have wonky eyes. I have one that's a weird shape. It's not quite round enough, so it looks squinty. I have the dodgy eye. Not that one, but just in shape. Someone has told me they want to learn guitar. If anybody would like to learn guitar, give me a poke. I may organise that. Just have to fit it with some drivers on my computer to get it to run properly where it needs to be with the audio sources and whatnot. If anyone could drop me some advice on that. I'm using the ASIO drivers. I'm using a PreSonus 1 USB interface thingy. I think it's called a PreSonus 1. Got a blue front. It's the old one, not the newer ones. Anywho, guitar into that. Guitar into, what have I got? Cakewalk. Running an amp sim on Cakewalk, and then the audio out, I can get it to go to Streamlabs as a source, but finding right levels so it's not sounding all distorted and wonky. It's like you put it as the audio out on the bus in Cakewalk, and you select it as the audio input microphone on Streamlabs. And the ASIO drivers are supposed to take care of the bit in between and allow it to talk to each other, but for the life of me, I got it to work once and then it never has since then, so I may just uninstall the bot and reinstall it and see what happens. See if that goes all groovy and cake-like. Where are people? They're here, there, and everywhere. Everywhere but typing in the chat. I was expecting at least 4 people here. Can I can share it on the other thing. Yes. What is it with Google and its login thingies? I don't like it. Well. I'm logging in. Ah, no, wrong link. Close that. Don't want that. Go find somewhere else for my phone. There we go. Rubbing out one link. Copy and pasting another. Copy. to that place. Don't refresh, what are you doing? Can I do that? Yay. People have been informed. Oh. Right. There's a thing that I may have to respond to. Just to get some people looking and looking. Ba 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 ba. Data. What goes around comes around. If it's out there, it will be found. And it will be shared publicly for the likes of you and me to read and see and propose. And sure. Here I go again with headphones. Do. Looking forward to guitar indeed. Well, I shall have to brush up on the Ubi Watsits. I have the fiddly for the soundy bits. But if I can get it to work, I will get it to work. And I'll show you things with the fingers. Because I have short stubby fingers and shouldn't really be not in the fittest state to play guitar, because I can do that. And not many people can do that. And that can create difficulties when trying to play certain things. But we'll ignore that for now, and it will show itself later. Bifurcated tendon. No. I think that's what it is anyway, because they're supposed to join like there-ish, and it appears that mine doesn't, and it moves freely. Whoop whoop, yay. Can't do what? What can you not do? That? Not a lot of people who can do that. You don't want to be able to do that. Apparently it's not good for you. It's a long delay between what I'm actually doing and when it actually shows up in other people's screens. What you get for 4K encoding on the fly. Bit of a delay. Looking forward to the learnings. With the frets and the strings and the pluckings and the pinky thing. Don't do the pinky thing. Pinky thing not good for your hand, you see. Ah. See, if only we were allowed to use copywritten music. I'd have a nice little soundtrack in the background I'd be playing along to. But I just have to figure out a way to play the headphones and the music. Music in the headphones? Music in headphones while listening to the guitar on headphones while only stringing the guitar, which is a tricky thing to do. I will need a headphone adapter thingy, which I should be getting soon. Don't know when, but soon. The snakes shall be having a bath tomorrow. bathing the snakes, regular things. Just put them in a box that's slightly too small for the kind of the depth of their body full of water, so they can completely under, which they never really do, which can be quite annoying for getting stuff behind their head. You have to kind of get a sponge and be careful. There's not many times you can say that in life. I need to go get a sponge and then be careful. Careful, bit of sponging. Sponging, bit of careful needles. Da-dum. There's so many button presses between one thing and another thing that they're trying to make it worth not doing the other thing. Dabby. What are we dabbing on? Sorry, I ran away with myself and forgot what I was saying and doing and thingies. As always happens. This damn infernal imbalance. Definitely. Regulation problems. At the moment, currently trying 5-HTP to try and regulate the serotonin, to bring on the melatonin, to make the sleepies. It's not that I can't sleep, it's that I'd like better sleep. And dabby on the sponges and careflings. With the who and the what's. And the pardon and the bejeebus. And some, yeah. Peoples. Anyway, question. There's things that exist, and there's things that are real. These things are two different things. You cannot conflate existent with real. They are not pseudonyms of each other. Let me explain a tiny bit further. Exists means that you can describe it to somebody and they can know what it is from the words of the description. Because to be able to do that, you need to comprehend other things that exist before the current thing that's being described. Because if the constituent parts of what is proposed as existing don't exist in themselves, or could not feasibly exist, then whatever they are saying is existing by describing it wouldn't really be existent. And so we come to what are products of imaginary, of the old brainy brain. Now the brain does physical things, and what comes out of those physical things is what we perceive to be our brain communicating with what we would call the self. The self is the will, the ego, the personality. Kind of the external error checker. Because we like consistency and we like patterns. We are pattern perception peoples. And so when that's thrown out of whack or something goes screwy, then we need that error protection. We need that skepticism, disbelief, discernment, the a filter of sorts. The human experience is different and separate, but also part of the human biology. And the brain and the body are two different organisms of such. Because you need the brain for the rest to work. And you need the rest to work for the brain to be alive. Anywho, so exists and real, the difference. Exists doesn't necessarily mean real. Real is the tangible, that which you can sense with more than one sense at a time. You can tell what it is from your perception of it. That would be. And your perception of it must register it as an object, mobile or not, kind of defined by the task it fulfills. I'm not explaining this very well, going off on tangents. This is a bit rambling. Anyway, real is made of sound, light, energy. There you go. I believe that light is fast sound in a way. It's just a vibration. Everything vibrates. If it's real, it must vibrate. When you put things together that vibrate at the same rate, they appear to be one thing because it's vibrating at the same speed. So it appears to be one solid object. Is it ever solid? Are there solids? We don't know. Weird one. But real is by its own means existent, because all real things are existent. But as we know, there are things that are not real, but that exist. So there has to be a difference in meaning between exists and real. Because exists doesn't have to have the properties of real, but real needs the properties of exists. And so the products of our intuition, the bits that aren't, you don't decide for it to happen, but for some reason it happens, but you have no reasoning as to why what happens would occur that way. Because there's things that we do that aren't learnt, they're built in. And if they're built in, they must be part of a past experience. Because the way we interpret information is that the information has to go through a process to be remembered. Otherwise, it's just free-floating information. Too many flying things. I don't like flying things. 2. Who was number 2? My number 2. We stop that. Is there another one, or will that go down? We don't know. Oink to you as well, Mr. Mathpick. Hello to the stream. Just got me and one other. Propose a topic, a question, a rambly rant. Let's have one of them. just to fill the time, because we're time filling. Rather be filling a pie. Anybody eaten pie lately? I had a pie the other day. It wasn't that entertaining. It's supposed to be steak and kidney. I didn't know I was going to get kidney, but that occurred. And whether you could tell it was meat or not at some points, it was tricky. Definitely wasn't vegetables, which was a good thing. As far as I'm concerned. What you missed, not a lot, me promoting a new channel, which is linked in the live chat there. I went on a little bit of a rant about why real and exist need to be two separate words that mean two different things. Talked about how I might get a hold of a piece of land by the dodgiest means possible. And that doesn't, it technically means stealing it, but in a legal way that's proposed within the law. So that's a good thing. Apart from that, not a lot. Had a pork pie. Don't like pork pie. Not a jelly fan. Yay for sub number 2. I don't know who the other two are. Well, I know one because it came up in a notification. But apart from that, now I know 2. So there's one that's awry. But it must be said lady in the chat, I do propose. Yeah, that one, where you find a bit that's supposedly unregistered to anybody and nobody owns it, and then you go put a fence around it and private property signs. And as long as you're poking about to try and find a utility, or you're growing something on it, or it looks like you're shifting bits of it, so it looks like it's being developed, then the land registry have got 10 years to notify somebody who may own the land, and then they can raise a dispute and kick you off it. But yeah, if you can keep hold of it for 10 years undisputed, then you end up getting the deed to the land. So that is the dodgy land gathering I'm going after. Am I one? Not in the strictest sense. Can I be, at times, more philosophic than philosopher? But you know, everybody's got a brain, so I thought I'd dip my 2 cents here, there, and everywhere. On the big, I can't decide whether there's 4 or 5 questions. But the big ones. Is there a God? Where does morality come from? The extent of the government, and what should be socially or privately funded. You know, those ones. Some stuff. What stuff? Good stuff? Usable stuff? Stuff we can use to occupy large bits of land, like national doohickeys? National parks. National heritage. What are they doing with the listed buildings? There's a listed building with no occupier. Do they want it occupied so that it can remain as is in its grade 2 listed state, so to speak? Some of them manor houses with those kind of gardens. going to waste like that? Just as bits of lawn? What are you doing? Ooh, an actual one. Are there any actual ones? What defines one? What ticks and crosses and words next to your name and bits of paper do you need to actually be classed as an actual philosopher? Because what is philosophy, really? It's the study of logic behind conclusions that emanated from thought. How much of a touch of libertarianism? Oh, I've had a chat. It's on their channel. If you want about that one. Right, you want about what's his name? Peter? Is that the one? Or the other one? Can't remember his name now. Or the one who got a bit touchy about my comments on that stream? Bearded Heretic? See the one? Oh, 5-HTP. Hydroxytryptophan. I spoke a tiny bit about that. Something else you missed. A tiny bit. And no, it's got nothing to do with that. It's a safe topic. So I don't have any degrees in any subject. I didn't go to university. Mainly because I got halfway through college, noticed I had a hoo-ha, and yeah. Yes, I've spoken with Trolley Dave and what's his name? Answers in Reason. On this channel, me being live on my own channel, no, most probably. But if you want to see my previous talk with them, it's secular, talking to a secular atheist or something like that, on Answers in Reason. Yes. Yeah, and text is useless on it because of the delay. And the fact I ramble and then I forget what I rambled about. And someone's answering something that I rambled about. And I'm like, what? Where'd that come from? But okay, from over there. On hills there yonder. Yondery hills. Ah. don't like the typing, not the keyboardiness. Laptops are not good. I'll chat about anything. I just like the people who come on to propose a hoo-ha, a question, a comment, a statement to answer. You know, those kind of thingies. So poke away. Because I can't get the other thing to work. There's things I can look at. If I can get the other bit to work. Oh dear. Asking me to. Nothing ever works when you want it to, does it? You just want it nice and simple, and then it has to take you through 3 steps instead of 1. And it's like, I could design that to do it in 1, why is it taking 3? You've got to enter an email and a password. Now we've got to send you a code on your phone. Then we've got to email you the same code in your email, and you've got to verify the email with your phone number. It's like, go away already. I know it's for security, but if you aren't secure enough that you can get hacked through a singular password thing, then get some better security. Would be preferable to having like 4-step authentication. Can do. Whatever time. Yeah. Name a weekday. Thanks for dropping in. Sounds of silence. Can't even hear the wind. Which is a weird one. Oh dear. That was a bad enough. Oh dear. People seeing things they shouldn't be seeing. In places they shouldn't be saying them. To people who shouldn't listen. But they are listening. Doom, 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 doom. Listening. I was expecting some other people to rock up, because there were some other people who gave it a poke and a share about. But nothing materialized. What options do I have in here? Oh. I wish it would tell me where people have clicked on this from, because it knows. but it's telling me I've had 8 playbacks. Now whether that's 8 individual playbacks from 8 different accounts, or whether it's doing the trippy thing, where every so often it's like gadunk, oh that counts as one viewing of the thing because we like to count a view as 15 minutes or something weird. It could be doing that. Could be doing lots of things. But I'm going to have about 20 alerts come up on my phone. No, that's not the one I want. Apparently I can log into 2 different versions. Oh, no, it just automatically created an account with something that I didn't want. Why would it do that? Oh, round about the friggin' houses. Like the Backlanes of Liverpool. Backlanes. Liverpool. One impression. Why can't I? Oh, that's why. Oh well, this has been a one with the oneness and the thinginess. And just a little hangout for a little while. Why? Delilah. Delilah. I don't know why. If I knew why, I'd poke the people with how to solve the why. For the who and the ha. I'd be like, stop that. In your eye. Anywho, I was going to be Ovsky. Thank you for watching till the end. If you did watch until the end, please click through to the new channel, link in the chat. Pinned thingy should come up as a comment after this. It's also in the description, so go follow that. And waving. Bye bye.